tonight's rally is primarily about state aid, but school funding is not the only issue that prevents our low-wealth schools from providing the quality education that our students deserve. Expenses are also too high due to crushing mandates that districts need to comply with.
And we're going to kind of take a look at what's happening to the schools in the valley. And I think what you're going to see is something very disturbing, because we are running out of time and we're running out of options. One is an average wealth school district. We don't have a one in the room. Every school district in the valley, in the Herkimer BOCES, has a CWR below 1. The gap elimination adjustment, you've probably heard about it, you've heard about it, you've heard about it. The state had a budget gap. They decided to eliminate it in part by adjusting state aid to schools down. So that for the last 3 years, the state government has said proudly, we balanced our budgets. Well, guess how they did that? They did it by not sending you the money you had coming to you. So they balanced their budgets, but then you couldn't balance yours. So they made their problem your problem. And that's wrong. What we're saying is, gee, if there wasn't a GEA, if there was no cut, life would be a lot easier in schools. But there's more to it than that. When you cut staff and program, when you have increasing standards, that means it's harder to get the kids to do well. So there's people out there that say, well, money's not the answer. No, it's never the answer when you have it. Do you notice that the wealthiest school districts in the state of New York, their cut in state aid per child is lower than anybody else in the state of New York? Now, how'd that happen? So here's what we suggest. Let me summarize. We need something that's equitable, sufficient, and timely. And make your opinions known. And make your demands known. These are your children, your schools, and your tax dollars.
The New York State education system is extremely inequitable. A question I still ask myself today is why there is such an inequity and how this injustice is still allowed to happen. But we must change this paradigm. Although we may be small in numbers, we are huge and very strong in heart and in passion. It is time that we stand up to Albany and tell our government that we will no longer tolerate the systematic marginalization of the citizens of the Mohawk Valley. I want to take a video to send it to our governor. Governor Cuomo, my name is Dan Adamek, and I have a message for you.